And he'll duck in and it'll go to him.
Reed gets a touch against Brown, and a Furry on the wing. He's not 100%, dealing with a high ankle sprain. Ball misses on a 3-ball, and it swing it.
Step back, no.
Evans, the long strides, give it up. Brown loses it, out of bounds.
The Duke defense.
Ryber's pretty good around that rim.
Smith puts it up, no. And the rebound controlled, 80-75.
Boy, Sarr is relentless. Nice help by Brown.
Boozer nearly had a steal. Oh, wow. A spin cycle, no. The follow won't go for Demery off the... With 5:22 to go in this first half.
And they make UConn's offense look mortal right now.
UConn is going cold. Mullins, pull up. That won't go. And the rebound by
Yeah.
Smith, knock away. It was headed towards Rouston.
Duke with that length.
Ball, they just need offense, and it doesn't come from there. Read the offensive board. Powers in and finishes.
Tell you what, he has
minutes of action in this second half.
There you go, little duck in. Look at the denial.
Dialed up against you. 12 to shoot.
Caravan wanted that one. Let that deuce go his way.
Smith shifting gears, using the screen. Read the roll. Nobody home. Big time. Caravan, and it's blocked by Hamenya. Reed is there. They were going to run out of time, and then there, hop step, and ripped away by Smith. Get it ahead. Mullins, he's going to pull up. Short. Rebounded by 7 to go. Second half. Caravan feed it.
Well, look at the hand-to-hand combat inside.
You know you're playing well when you're playing against Duke, and Dame Sarr gets the assignment of guarding you as he does. These 4 state championships for him at Columbus in Florida.
Jones too strong, and that was Gumba because he knows he's going to play for sure.
Yes,
not in this tournament, of course.
I'm asking Gumba, do you really need that? But he looked as though he was having a good time wheeling in on his scooter. But you see, that's a lot of production right there. The 3rd and 4th leading scorers for the Blue Devils. You're talking about 2 playmakers. And talking with Caleb Foster, he is confident that as his team advances, he's going to be able to get back into the lineup. It will be a miraculous recovery, but he says it will happen.
FSU with Jones fumbling that for a moment. Right to Basong and in the lane.
B. Caden.
Nothing run for the Noles. Evans tries to end it, but he can't. They'll get a second chance.
You come out here and play Cameron Boozer 40 minutes to try to win an ACC tournament. Or does it behoove you to play 3 games in 3 days? And does that hurt you, or does that help you at the NCAA tournament, which, of course, we know for John Shire is the only thing that he's missing in his short career.
It's all about simple plays. We're taking quick contested shots, but we're not hitting the paint. You guys are doing exactly what they want you to do. So fight through the paint and use our size and physicality to our advantage.
Evans got a couple of good looks. Couldn't hit either one of those. Brown really fighting for the rebound.
Offensive numbers don't look as like many of the other 6-man opportunity guys, but when you consider his impact on winning, it is unbelievable. In a Duke uniform, he's only lost 2 games, 2 ACC games, and that includes the tournament last year. He's brought nothing but winning to this program.
Shire paid him the ultimate compliment this season. He said he's a defensive menace.
Asking him to, which is a change from the way they started the season.
Trey, 6 assists per game, one of the best passers, frankly, in the country. Emenya will fire. Yes, nothing but net. The ACC tournament. McCray coming off a 30-point game against Cal. Nothing there. Jones with 5 to shoot it. Couple of fakes. Yes! Knocked it down. That was deadly.
That's a tough shot. And not only are you knocking down that shot against a contested hand, you're talking about the best hands in the league, and Maliq Brown, who normally would get a deflection or a shot block on that.
That's a clip and save right there. Evans on the wing. Brown finding Boozer. A lot of shirts around him. Sarr will fire. Around and out. Came right back to Brown, and he almost threw it away. It's tipped to Evans. Brown with another rebound. Going up strong and draws the foul.
Jones, who just makes a tough shot. Great offense beats good defense every time. But Maliq Brown and Cameron Boozer, just with the pump fakes on offensive rebounds alone, putting the front line of Florida State in foul trouble.
I mentioned Brown foul shooting difficulties. I would say so, 48%. Before tonight, just 11 out of 23, and he's 0 for 3 in this game. His second. Missed the pair. Florida State, winners of 11 of their last 14 games. They came into Charlotte rocking and rolling and feeling really good about themselves. Jones again. That'll clang away, and Brown with another rebound. Duke playing without 2 starters for the entirety of this tournament. Amenya, after the dribble, will
He got 8 offensive rebounds off of their 11 missed shots. It's hard to beat any team when you continue to give them that many opportunities.
Slim Evans already with 15 in this one. Knocked away by Boozer. He had the quick hands on the run. Sorry, yes, that's a step too many. The ACC, most of them had terrific years. You know, Will Wade, very candid, NC State. Ryan Odom at Virginia. Jay Lucas at Miami. And Luke Laux. They tell you what they think.
They absolutely do. And I think Will Wade goes to the top of the charts when it comes to being candid and telling you what he thinks.
Yeah. For the Seminoles as they trail by 3 to the #1 team in the country. Steen to the paint. Banging with Brown. Leaning in. Got it. Alex Steen, the 6'9" senior. His first basket. And a 1-point game as we come down the stretch of the first half in Charlotte. Evans lost it. Jones scoops it up, trying to beat Brown to the iron, and draws a foul into this first
Offensive possession.
Boozer again, looking to attack. It's going to be tipped.
How to get into the paint.
Jones, a hot hand in the first 20. Misses his first shot of the second half. Steen yanking away the rebound, but it comes.
Designed by John Shire. Evans knew exactly what he was trying to get out of that possession. As Boozer gives the basketball up, he sets a screen in the middle of the paint.
His third assist. Pop back out from McCray, swatted away, and a foul. And makes the pair. 3-point edge for the Seminoles. Tommy Sarr. And a swing for Cam Boozer. And he will launch it. Too short. Brown hit the deck. He tried to feed Amenya after the rebound. It never got there. McCray just took over last night's game against Cal as it batted away.
The majority of this game.
McCray with 5 to get off a shot. A 3, but short. Steen runs down that rebound, and 20 seconds on the shot clock now.
Last night, still unable to get going.
Evans will fire. No, he has not scored in the second half. Boozer tries one. Got that one. Long and lays it in. Dynamic move for the basket.
Tough bucket by Sarr. His offensive game has picked up quite a bit, and now you get Maliq Brown with the great hands.
He'll lay it in. Do the honors. Over the top for Cena. And once again, it's Brown to enter.
Final 4. And so now, Cameron Boozer having to step up and play that role as well.
1:45 to play. Jones has been on fire. He spins.
Chinyulu and Urban Klabjar, number 7 for Florida, who's had a couple of great games recently. He's become instant offense off the bench for touch. Mike Krzyzewski looks on here at Cameron.
Oh, so many iconic coaches have left the game, retired over the last several years. But when you see coaches like great inbound play.
And somebody miscommunicated on the Florida side. An easy slam from Maliq Brown.
Yeah, just miscommunicated on a switch. And left Maliq Brown, the screener on that play, wide open. But so many, we're talking about the coaches that have left the game. But when you see coaches like Todd Golden and John Shire, so young yet so accomplished, the game's in pretty darn good hands.
Golden is 40, Shire is 38.
No way is Todd Golden 40. he still gets carded.
Long 3 won't go for Klabjar. Houck saves it, but into the hands of Brown. Trying to back in Chinyulu, and he will. Boy, and you're strong when you can move a guy like Chinyulu to that extent.
His strength and his footwork is so good. He pivots so well.
Handlocked and couldn't hang on to the pass.
They had last year, and everything remains the same. That guard core last year, you know, Walter Clayton Jr. and Elijah Martin and Will Richard and Denzel Aberdeen. They don't make them like that very often. It was an extraordinary backcourt.
3 of them drafted, 2 in the NBA. Chris?
Ian Lee having a good game in his last game against Providence. He said, I felt like that game was coming for a long time. He was in a dark place, just trying to figure it out. He said, honestly, I just had to get back to stop being so goal-oriented and enjoy and take.
In the lineup at the same time, John Shire kind of upsizing to deal with the size of Florida. Condon kicks it out to Lee.
And a foul Auburn here in Cameron Indoor Stadium. But there was no question the better league. The SEC last year was, in my view, the best league there's ever been, top to bottom.
Land flying in, misses the layup, out of bounds to Duke.
I would think he's saying that their offense has not helped their defense, but Florida, I thought they ran by some opportunities in the first half, better in the second. Down into the low post.
Lee got his man in the air. Plenty of time to line up a 3, but he can't hit it. Rebound, Shinyalu up and in.
Like Condon takes up so much space, it's hard to block out both he and Shinyalu. This is just a fabulous offensive rebounding team, and as long as it's not a long rebound, it's advantage Florida to get that board.
Lee hit the deck. Evans is free, but misses the 3.
Condon did such a great job of screening off the weak side help.
Gumba. He's hit a couple of 3s tonight, now driving on Hanlogden. Threads the needle inside to Brown. He has taken a big step forward from a season ago.
It's a beautiful cut by Maliq Brown, but what a pass.
Gumba's got 3 assists on the night. Fland, no. Condon the rebound and fouled by Brown.
Like that made the difference.
Brown stays in the game with 3 fouls. The big lineup again for Florida. Look inside. Condon, no. Opportunities more. And until about the last 2 minutes, they did a good job putting the clamps on Cameron DeBoozer, but that has changed. What a block by Isaiah. Fland trying to drive, blocked away. That's the other 5. He's got 5 blocks tonight.
Only 5 on the shot clock.
Condon slips past.
Of a Florida huddle as there's been all game. Todd Golden came in there and said, we just got to do the basics. Rebound, take care of the basketball, get our shots up. We have them playing on our heels.
Here we go. Deflected. Brown deflected it. And Duke wins it. Transfer from Loyola Chicago. Council gets out of trouble, finds Dawson. They've still got some time. White lobs it inside. Bidunga with Maliq Brown on him, throws it through the hands of Tiller.
That's the first turnover for Kansas in this game. And one of the things that made that play for Duke was that hard hedge on the left side of the floor by Maliq Brown, who leads this Duke team in limited minutes in deflections. Got great hands defensively.
John Shire feels he has at least 2 elite defenders, Maliq Brown and the freshman Dame Sarr. Brown whips it cross court to Nicholas Hamenya. Good pass. Another member of the freshman class and a good cut. A guy who reclassified as well, right?
Yeah, I mean he's a strong kid.
Maliq Brown has it poked away just a couple of minutes ago.
That was a good cross-court pass by Bidunga, but foul.
Did not get the call.
And he got hit on the arm.
Rosario pulls up for a transition 3, and Hamenya the rebound beat on Council. Bidunga over the back on Gumba, but here comes Duke in transition. Brown for 3. Boy, and up and down they go, but nobody can make a shot right now. Rosario crossing over on Brown, almost lost it, now he did. Again, Kansas 3-1 against Duke in the Classic. Tough shot.
Good off. The roll replace action. That ball's got to go into the post quicker.
Tiller Over Brown. Won't go. Boozer the rebound. Sarr. Now Harris. And another foul. And the Blue Devils getting back to the free throw line.
The night when they played against Milwaukee. And the Knipple family had the whole Charlotte Hornets team over for dinner.
Rosario, no. Offensive rebound for Mbia, seeing his first action tonight. Keeping it alive. White thought about the three, decides against it. Boy, Brown's a good defender.
His hands are just magnificent.
White sizing him up, and again takes a bump and count the back. So they've got Mbia in there, but guys like Rosario and White defending bigger players. Into Mbia. White, too strong off the glass, and a weak side rebound by Brown. Mbia
is you have to be able to reset the team fouls at the end of the first and third quarter.
Reduces the number of free throws, the game flows more.
Exactly. You know, men's college basketball is literally the only game of basketball played in the world that doesn't have quarters.
Yep.
And we ought to alert the rest of the world on what we know that they don't.
Bison versus Bison.
Bison, right?
There are those who agree with me, but unfortunately for me, you're not among them. Boy, Badunga was way up there, so was White, but they couldn't come down with the direction of the Jayhawks. Gumba, backdoor cut to Brown. What a find.
He just slipped out of that screen. It looked like it was going to be a wide pin. And he just slipped right out of it. And a beautiful pass by Gumba.
His second assist of the night. Baseline, Rosario. Tiller for three. Amenya. I don't know that anybody in the building on either side could have envisioned him knocking down three early threes. A battle underneath, won by Rogers. Roots again. Around and out on a three that would have torn the roof off the Yum Center had it gone in. Foster on the drive. Dame Sarr in the corner. Friday. Sarr into Brown, off his fingertips and out of bounds. He's got
that screen. You know, you cannot let Cam Boozer reject the ball screen.
He's got the deficit down to 5. Louisville's led by as many as 12. Another three. This time it's Hadley.
Maliq Brown just playing so far off of Hadley to try to protect the lane and got screened on his way out to bother that shot.
Sarr. Little shovel pass into Maliq Brown, who couldn't finish.
Boy, another close-in miss by Duke. They've had so many opportunities at the rim.
Brown wanted Khalifa to shoot it again. He'll hand it off to Conwell. McNeely has it. Boy, Conwell and McNeely. A smaller lineup on the floor right now for Louisville. That is saved, but taken away.
Because Boozer had Kobe Rogers on him.
Willie shakes a defender. Pryor for three. And Louisville now 9 on that trip.
You give up that many offensive rebounds, you almost expect to get scored upon. Louisville dodged one there.
Duke now 4 for 15 from three-point range. Woolley by Boozer. Too strong.
Amazing.
And he didn't hesitate at all on that one.
But if they're not going to guard you, that's a green light, especially if you're 3 for 3. Good pass.
Great cut by Harris. Couldn't finish, but Matt Kelsey is yelling at Javon Hadley. No fouls, no fouls.
And they went with Evans trying to set the screen and then slip out of it.
Wow. Knocks down. Good hands by Khalifa and the save by Conwell.
Boy, terrific job by Ali Khalifa to get a deflection and steal.
8 for the Cardinals. McNeely, Foster all over him. McNeely spins into traffic. A scrambling possession, and eventually they give it up.
Bothering to help out. He's just face guarding Conwell everywhere he goes.
Woolley jump stop. Open is Pryor. Long rebound down to Brown. And second half to 8 on the Cardinals. Conwell to inbound. Nearly taken away by Foster. Woolley blocked by Brown.
And his strength just went right into the chest of Isaac McNeely and knocked him back.
And he's looking over to John Shire as if saying there's something wrong. And he's got 24. It's a 7-point game and some pressure on Foster. Can they get it over? Sarr the save. And Boozer lays it in. The assist had all of 2 assists in the first half. They've got 6 so far here in the second half. And they are shooting 81% in the second half. 13 for 16. Conwell no. Through foul.
To that left shoulder in his right hand.
Hadley, left hand, no. Rebound for and he, as Jay said, has been as important as Boozer or Evans or anybody else on this team here in this game.
You know, in basketball, low man wins, and on these drives,
8 for 12.
I think his career high is 18 that he had against Michigan State his first year in the Champions Classic.
Shot clock down to 6. Foster again. Anything he wants right now.
He's just playing with amazing pace. Gets a defender on his hip, keeps him there, plays off 2 feet.
Woolley shut off on the baseline by Brown. Cannot get a shot off over the size of Brown, who blocked. To go to 3-0 in league play, Louisville will drop to 1-2 in the ACC after losing at Stanford on Friday. Up top, they're making it
and played so consistently. I mean, Cameron Boozer's worst game, his worst, is 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Right. Lendeborg open, hits the 3. His shot is getting better. He is not a dead-eye knockdown shooter at this point, but he is a threat out there, and he puts Michigan back on top.
That was just a roll-replace action. You're worried about a Mara rolling to the basket. He just replaces out top for that shot.
So Mara back in, and Mara just reduces the number of combinations that Dusty May could use, and we'll see if he leaves Mara on the bench for the rest of the half and leaves Johnson and Lendeborg in there for the rest of the half.
But he is so good with
Foster open, got another one.
Boy, what a jab step. That jab step threw Roddy Gale Jr. to his left and opened up that shot.
Lendeborg, Gale, a little short, but look at Johnson.
Ball the last 2 games. In his last 2 games, he's had 12 points. Worried about Boozer. He just snuck behind and Boozer found him. That's his 5th assist of the game.
And it's also the largest lead of the night now for Duke. Lendeborg trying to answer, spins and will. Johnson, one-on-one with Boozer. Up, no good. And down with Boozer. Non-shooting foul. Michigan just 2 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Johnson for
too much of a surprise.
Sarr, what a pass. Boozer blocked. Brown no. And it'll Godot to inbound. Tried to lob it to Mara and hit the 4 for 21 from 3-point range.
A good switch to stop that drive.
Evans puts it on the deck. Somehow got it to Brown, and he got blocked. Trey McKinney, and he got blocked.
Mania feeding up top from Maliq Brown. Let's fly, and hits it.
Which is a career high for him, shooting the basketball better from beyond the arc.
One of the best players in the conference this season. 15 points, 9 rebounds a game, and a pick stolen away by Lawal.
Even in double figures.
Well, talk about him being an NBA lottery pick when the season got underway. Dallas with the feed. He's an excellent passer. The wall with the spin, running into traffic. Boozer came over to help. He got it anyway.
And that's just athleticism. The wall was walled off by both Boozer and Maliq Brown, two elite defenders, stopping him from getting to the basket. But the athleticism just allows him to jump over top of both defenders and get a bucket.
Brown left alone for the triple, can't connect.
Perfect for the weather and what we were seeing. Our bosses asked, how are you going to get there? I said, oh, I'm going to drive. Don't worry, I'll be fine. And make sure I got to the game.
That was awfully sweet of you. 27 for the year at the three.
And that's the only area where he's had any issues. Had a great year thus far for the Blue Devils. And as a playmaker, is trying to attack the paint as well. But, Obi, think about that possession alone as Maliq Brown comes up with the steal.
His tip, second effort, up and good.
But John Shire told us pregame, quite possibly our three best players could be all in the front court. You talk about Boozer, of course, but then you start talking about Patrick Gumba, who could be a first-round pick as well this year, and Maliq Brown, who is really the leader of this team, both on the defensive end of the floor and vocally. So you think about those three guys and how much they have the basketball in their hands. But Obi, I'll tell you this, and I've done a lot of NBA basketball in the last 4 seasons, and one thing that coaches rely on is for their players to make it up afterwards. And Imani Hansberry.
Brown left alone, can't connect. Rebound tipped, Boozer battling everybody for the board. Brown down the lane for the slam. Foster shoots, sticking to him. Brown finds the lane again. Caden Boozer jumping in the paint and finishes. Boozer with the kick into the corner. And the shot will not fall by Sarr, but a whistle.
Against his previous school, big matchup for Kentucky, really trying to get back into the mix in SEC action.
Caleb Foster, shot clock to 7. Got off the pass to Cam Boozer. Tough catch out of the double. Here's Brown and takes a hit as well as he makes the shot.
Sutton a chance for a three-point play. Look where Maliq Brown comes from. He comes from the opposite wing, doesn't stand, waiting for the basketball, and now is unable to convert the three-point play. But another element.
Yeah, it's got good feet.
Foster will penetrate. Nice pass underneath and a sweet kick for Sarr. He'll
their best passers, Dick.
Yeah. Shire wanted a foul there, and they round. And it comes back to the Longhorns in his second effort in heavy traffic. That won't fall for Mark. And a big battle for the rebound. Still scrapping for it.
Really concentrates on the defensive end, and they play so aggressive. They play hard, and they play team defense.
And very well organized.
Duke moving the ball exceptionally well, but the shot's really not dropping here early on.
Well, the guard rebounding for Texas has been a big factor. Both teams are struggling to shoot it. I think they're 3 of 16 combined, but the Texas guards have really dropped down to help the big guys.
Troyer had poked away. Look at the effort by Harris. Amenia, the freshman, can't hit. Brown will kick it out high. And Boozer might be Duke's answer to Con Knipple. We'll find out. That is a tall task, and that one simply thrown out of play by Maliq Brown.
Yeah, well, Knipple was certainly special, and he and James, by the way, are starting up here in Charlotte with the Hornets.
Yeah, Sion James, who transferred to Duke from Tulane and took over the point guard position last year on a team that went 35-4 and went to the Final Four.
The Duke draftees and quite a team right there alone as Texas strikes on the other end.
Get that 3-second area, man. It's a high percentage area if you get in there.
Traore with the basket. He's 6'9" from Ivory Coast, transfer from Xavier. Didn't start playing basketball until he's about 16.
Down. Fake and drive, drawing the defender Traore. That's what opened it up for Brown.
I think those wing players
can't cash in. Rebound right to Brown.
That was Brick City, USA, man. Looked like your shot, Dave.
Thank you. Thanks for remembering. Thank you, Coach.
This was just a special time, really. Basketball, you had stability in the lineups. Right now, the best free agency in sports is college basketball. They got the best free agency.
Very cold start, second half of the Longhorns. Wiltshire trying to end it. That one missed ugly. 4 to get off another shot. Here's Swain straight on. He can't bury. 10-0 run. Here's Heidi, as you mentioned, 39% for Purdue from three-point land last year. Swain slamming on the break.
I think that's a record down there, Moody, in the field.
Yeah.
Well, it's sat on the
good player.
Yeah, excellent wing player. John Shire really high on him.
And a whistle on that side right in front of Texas. And that'll go against Maliq Brown, his third.
Vermont Mark trying to help out. That's just too far a distance to close out when Homenya was ready to shoot it.
So 13:47 to go. And Texas the inbound.
I think two Hernandez, Homenya, and also Czar are very important to this team. You know, their goals are certainly not just being in the tournament. Their goal is to win it all. That's it, basically. Came very close last year, 6-point lead with a minute to go. It's great Houston.
Very painful defeat for the Blue Devils. Guru trying to bull his way inside, tied up on the play. And the possession arrow will take it to the other end. It'll be Duke ball.
By the way, congratulations, Kelvin Sampson. On his 800th game, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
No question.
I mean,
I agree.
I think him. I also think Rick Barnes and close, certainly, Mark Few. I think all three guys have done such an amazing job for years.
Boy, that last possession, you can see the defensive impact of Maliq Brown. Switched off, and then right there in help side to force